Yogi chassis, 4130 Molly, big block Chev, 555 cubic inch. It's got the vacuum pump, trigger ignition, belt drive, mechanical fuel pump, 1050 CFM Holley carburetor, Dominator, rear Morrison CNC'd intake, Dart 335 CNC'd heads, Hughes torque converter, Dead and Barrett Power Glide transmission, which is basically a super heavy duty transmission, Ford 9-inch, parachute for running the quarter mile. Around 510s, 512s in the 8th mile at 133, or about 162 to 165 in the quarter mile, low 8s.
It's bracket racing, what we do, and at the start of the day you get a couple of trial runs. Usually you do a trial run in each lane, and that helps you decide which number you're going to put on the car, which means which number that you think your car is going to be consistently running in each lane. You just put 510 on here, and that shows the people up in the tower that that's what you're running. They put it up in their computer and they've got you set in for 510s. At the tree, it gets a bit awkward because you see him taking off way before you. He takes off and he's way down the track, and then you're taking off. So by the time you're passing him, he's going like maybe 70 miles an hour and you're going 130. It's just different, you know.
Does that make a difference to you on how you perform, do you think, when there's that much of a gap between the two?
I struggle a bit more, not at the starting line with my lights. I struggle more with racing at the end of the track, letting off. I would have had to, let's say, when I'm passing him, I got to calculate that momentum and that I've got on him, and I should be letting off. If I'm passing him before, way before the finish line, I should be like even not even pumping, but just letting off the gas and letting just the momentum of the car passing him. But my brain and my foot don't work that well. I don't like letting off the gas. And that's track. First thing is you're trying to line up already into the groove. So when you are getting out of your burnout, you're already pretty much in the groove. And then what you do is you're getting ready to do your burnout. You go through the water, and you want enough water on the slicks, but not too much, because if you do, then you'll get some water underneath the wheel wells, and then that can cause you some trouble down the track. So you just want enough water so that the burnout gets started good, and then you're set. So you start your burnout. When you do your burnout is, first of all, you pump the brakes and you press on this button, which is the line lock, and then you keep the button pressed and you floor it up to, I keep it up, go up to 5,500 RPM, and then you shift. You don't stay in first long at all. It's like its own timing, and you go into second, and you stay in the burn about, I'd say, you count about 9-10 seconds. It all depends. I do it more by ear, and you get used to the car, you get used to the burnout. But it has to be the same all the time. Then you'll just let go of the line lock, and you roll through your burnout. And then you're ready. You're pretty much into the groove, and you're looking down the track. You're well set up. You're looking at the tree, and all depending of your opponent, if he's getting closer to the tree, then you're getting ready, and what you do is you press, this is the line enhancer, So when you press on this button, you fully engage the gas pedal. You're right to the floor on the gas pedal. But at that moment, you're at about like 1200 RPM. So you're just creeping up to the line. And then you put on your first bulb. And again, all depending on your opponent, the opponent's going to be putting his first bulb on, or vice versa, whichever. And then you're getting ready to put your second bulb on. But as you're putting your second bulb on, you're pretty much looking at your first yellow light. You're concentrating on that first yellow because that is your life or death right there. And so as soon as you put your second bulb on, you've got your finger on the trans brake. That's your golden button right there. Trans brake button. As soon as you got your second bulb on, you put your finger on, and you're just focusing on that first yellow. And when that first yellow lights up, you let her go. And the electronics in the car is made up so that it's timed in sync with the tree. And then she's going to take off as soon as that green bulb goes off. She takes off, and that's what decides lots of times if you're going to win or lose a race. And then you're going down the track, but when you take off, you've got to be set in the seat, and you got to keep your arms straight. Kind of like you got to make sure the wheel stays straight, because when she lifts, she's very temperamental, and if you turn the wheel just a little bit, you're going either one side or the other, and I mean the race is done, because you have to let off, because as you see in the video, you're gonna head out for a bit of trouble. So I don't have to worry about shifting the car, because again, because of the air shifter, it shifts on its own. It's set for 6,800 RPM. So at 6,800 RPM, this little button pops out and hits the shift, and she just shifts on her own.
Julie Dube, la voie d'avance à partir de 71.